You know what's awesome? Minecraft. And I recently decorated the interior of this building. This is the imbuement chamber shop. We go in here and, well, Latonia works here, but it has now been decorated. It not only has the imbuement chamber, but it has lighting that is gorgeous and beautiful, and it has this plant that Latonia definitely likes. What a busy bee. And of course, a chest for my essence. But that's not all. If we walk down this pathway over here, we can get up here, and there is a ramp, and then we go up the stairs, and then we go inside. And we're greeted to this beautiful foyer with books. And it looks like Yvette is hanging out here today. And then the villagers actually can open these macaw's doors. And they sleep in this cute little bedroom right at the top of the stairs, which has actually encouraged them to move in. Wild. The beds being literally anywhere else inside this house was making them leave and not want to hang out here and not want to sleep here or anything. But moving the beds near the door helped tremendously. But then we go over here and we have our nice little living room seating area and our dining room. They can have some shepherd's pie. And the built-in kitchen matches the walls with lighting and a smoker for Heidi, I believe. And then there is a toilet in here. I tried making a little bathroom. It's very small. And I didn't put anything on their balcony, but I figure they can just come out here and look at their amazing view. It is quite rainy right now, but that's alright. I would say this house is complete. At least on the inside. We do have more to do with the plants and stuff on the outside on this side of the building. However, I haven't really continued the pathway on this side, like, at all. But I did want to get the interiors done before continuing. And we do have one more building to do an interior for before we carry on with the outside. And it is the Tech for Dayz shop. Since I am doing the interiors, I decided to clean up the bottom floor of this room with the Skyrus wall kind of like meshing into the cords a bit. And then also I went with this green schist as the top. It's kind of planty. I decided that the 2 village jobs that I'm going to go with for Tech for Dayz is going to be the villagers that go on these tables, because these originally were downstairs as things that I use near my storage system. However, I do know that they are associated with villager jobs unlike the rest of these. So I decided that those 2 blocks will have to be the job blocks that are in this top floor of this building. I was mining out a spot for the kitchen when I encountered a bunch of goblin traders, so they have now joined the village. Alright, so let me give y'all a tour of the completed Tech for Dayz interior. I'm not done with the roof. And honestly, there's a lot of changes I'd like to make to the outside area coming up, so I think I'm just going to have this episode be interiors. I guess Bobby and Cammy are joining us on this interior tour. But over here we have a smithing table and some, you know, gems near it because we're gonna be putting gems in our armor using the smithing table. Then over here we have the stone cutter, and honestly I just put these here because I don't know, it looked correct. And then over there we have some plants chilling on the side of the staircase that no one will really go in. You know, I have some nice decor here. They have okay views from the windows, and then you head downstairs and you open this door and you get to the beds, and there's this painting that I made and these bookshelves. It's really cute. And you go into the kitchen and it's just a bunch of furnaces, and then you go in here and you have the ME system, and this is generally where all of the data storage will be. And it looks like I'm gonna have to make more of that very, very shortly. But yeah, I lit up everything. It's all nice and beautiful, and it honestly gorgeous tech building. My villagers will have a lovely time. I'm gonna leave that open so the goblins eventually leave. Yeah, so this is it. So this has been it for episode 2 of our solarpunk utopia. I know this episode was not very solarpunk, but it was just the interiors of some homes. I did indeed keep in mind the business on the ground floor and the home on the other floors idea that I want to create because of the idea of walkable cities. So that's kind of where I'm at with that for now, and I have learned so much information. So when we get to the exteriors next episode, we're gonna have a lot to do. You may have noticed that I was doing art during Minecraft, and that's because I am an artist. And if you want to buy some of my IRL art that I have been procrastinating doing more of, you can absolutely buy some of my art from the shop that I set up and put my art on a bunch of stuff that you can have, you know, lots of cool stuff here. So definitely check that out. The link will be in the description.
What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises early in the morning. Tuckman is better, so kindly, Tuckman is better, so kindly, Tuckman is better, so kindly early in the morning.